So people are often curious about pricing as well, go figure. So this is a little comparison matrix of street prices of various printers out there. You know, $44.95 for the 9570, and the P9000, which is indeed still available, looks like it's about $650 less expensive. And then we also have the Canon printers out there as well. So, you know, the Canon looks like its street price is about $500 less than the 9570, at least in the 41-inch printer. Though, if you want to stick with the Epson brand, you have a less expensive option with the P9000. And then you can see some of the comparisons on the 24-inch size as well. A thing worth noting when you're looking at your cost of printer, you want to usually look at total, you know, total cost of ownership. So that takes into account your ink costs. And so I did a little bit of ink analysis as well. And the Epsons and the Canons come in 3 sizes. The HP only comes in 1. But the size that most people use is 350 milliliters. So if you zero in on that, the Epson is actually 20% less expensive than the Canon on a per milliliter basis, which is a significant difference. So that $500 upfront cost, upfront savings that you might experience with Canon, you end up breaking even after you bought 1.5 sets of ink. So, you know, if you're doing any substantial quantity of printing, you're going to have some benefit from, or you're basically going to have lower total cost of ownership with your Epson printer, the 9570, 7570. So I'll just summarize with some of my anecdotal experience working with these printers, and maybe reinforcing some of the things that Mark said. So one is, I'll just say it's a little bit easier to use. The paper loading, you know, as you're loading the paper, it just gives you a beep when it's ready. The P7000 wasn't difficult, but this is even easier. It's just loads very easily. Control panel is a nice improvement. It's, you know, fuller color and bigger, and it's just easier to work with. And the interior light, everybody always wants to see what's printing. It's just human nature. And the interior light makes it go a lot better. So people like that as well. Of course, the biggest difference is that it's substantially faster. That's a bit of a duh, but it's such an important feature. I wanted to make sure that we listed it, that the speed is really, really impressive on this printer, family of printers. And I'll say also anecdotally that I've experienced fewer clogged nozzles, and it might be, you know, I always say that dust is to Epson printers or inkjet printers as kryptonite is to Superman. And so you really want to do whatever you can to keep dust out of the head. So the new cover design seems to do a very good job of leaving dust out. And they have this waveform detection technology that's sending a little bit of ink through all the time. And I don't know all the details, but at least anecdotally, we're just getting fewer clogged nozzles. And this is what a nozzle check looks like on this newer printer. And you can see it's much bigger than the P7000s because the head is so much bigger. You think with all these additional nozzles, you might be more inclined to get clogged nozzles, but that hasn't been in my experience so far. So to me, that's a you know, time will bear it out. But if it bears out the way I think it's going to, that's a big advantage of this generation of printers. So it's worth noting it's got the same form factor as the P7000, P9000. So if you have a Spectraflow, it'll fit on this generation printer. And then the media manager, which I already talked about, I see as a real nice benefit as well. So here's some resources that you can see if you're trying to get in touch with us, or if you want to request a print sample, and the combo driver, which includes the media installer. I found the link, but it was so long. I just Google Epson P9570 driver.